Hi, my name is Vivian, and my refutation topic is about abstinence-only sex education. The claim being responded to is that abstinence-only sex education fails to protect students from sex-related complications. My opponent's secondary claims are that 1, abstinence-only education does not reduce the likelihood of engaging in sexual intercourse. 2, abstinence-only sex education does not reduce the number of STI and STD cases. 3, adolescents who receive comprehensive sex education have a 50% lower risk of teen pregnancy than adolescents who receive abstinence-only education. My response to these claims are that some of the evidence is not very effective. Like number 1, virginity pledgers are more likely to delay the initiation of sex compared to people who haven't. Second, that it was stated that abstinence is not 100% effective in preventing STIs, when in fact it is 100% effective if you stay abstinent. And 3, it was stated that adolescents who receive comprehensive sex education have a 50% lower risk of teen pregnancy compared to abstinence-only education. But that means that the other 50%, which is an equal number percentage, are at risk. So the first claim is that virginity pledgers are more likely to delay in the initiation of sex compared to people who haven't. From an article by the New York Times in exploring the effect of virginity pledges on the transition to first intercourse, they found that adolescents who pledge are less likely to have intercourse than adolescents who do not pledge, due to the fact that virginity pledges are tied to an identity movement. Thus, the number of pledges has to be small enough to be meaningful to pledgers to feel like they're part of an exclusive group. So that means that people who sign these pledges are part of a particular group which they all identify themselves to be special, that they don't convert in sexual actions. My secondary claim is that it was stated that abstinence is not 100% effective in preventing STIs, when in fact it's 100% effective if you stay abstinent. From the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the definition of an STI is an infection passed from person to person through intimate sexual contact. If you stay abstinent, there is no sexual contact, which means that you won't get an STI. And abstinence is also 100% effective in preventing pregnancy because of the same reason. Without sexual contact or sexual intercourse, there is no chance of that. And my third claim is that it was stated that adolescents who receive comprehensive sex education have a 50% lower risk of teen pregnancy compared to abstinence-only education. But that means that the other 50% and equal percentage are at risk. This percentage is not very effective because it's a 50-50 chance. And 50-50 chance, and it's an equal risk for adolescents who receive comprehensive sex education and abstinence-only sex education. To wrap up my refutation, my response to my opponent's claims are that virginity pledgers are more likely to delay the initiation of sex compared to people who haven't. And second, that it was stated that abstinence is not 100% effective in preventing STIs when it is actually 100% effective if you stay abstinent. And third, it was stated that adolescents who receive comprehensive sex education has a 50% lower risk of teen pregnancy compared to abstinence-only education, but that means that the other 50% are at risk. Thank you.
All right, well, you gave us a structural preview. Then you gave us another structural preview. Then you got to the argument and you signposted those points. And then at the end you gave us a structural review. So, I mean, you're trying to keep it organized. I don't know why that second preview is there. That was a little bit confusing to me. It seems like you are presenting arguments before you actually get to the arguments. On the arguments that you actually developed, the virginity pledge issue, I think, is an interesting one, and you've got a piece of information in here that would be really useful, but I don't think you quite understand or haven't explained effectively why that is meaningful. In other words, the pledge only works if there's a sufficient motivation by the people who take it to feel that they are, part of an in-group, and that there is like social pressure to adhere to that. That means that you have to have a larger number of people who are participating in the process, and then the argument then becomes maybe the reason that they aren't as successful is not because the program doesn't work itself, but because it's not as widespread as the other kinds of programs are, and that if there were more people involved in this, it would be more effective. That seems to be the argument that ultimately you're trying to make there, but it wasn't very clear. The argument about it being 100% effective, well, I think that's pretty straightforward. If you don't have sex, you're not going to get a sexually transmitted disease, and you're not going to get pregnant. So where is the conflict on this? The question is, do the abstinence-only programs, are they more effective at keeping people out of sexual contact than the programs that teach birth control technologies along with it? And I never really got much of a comparison there, and I think that the advocate provided some comparative numbers, so I think that's a little bit problematic for you. Your third argument, this is like circular reasoning. Well, 50%, that means half of them, it's going to be a problem for them. Well, that's true, but it does mean that the one program is half as effective as the other program. That doesn't mean that the other program is automatically good half of the time. It means it's less effective half of the time. So it sounds like you're talking in circles on this particular point, and I don't think that gets you very much on that argument. All right, thank you.